Holy shit. Hi guys, welcome to Nerd Bites. This is going to be my spoiler review for Season 7, Episode 6 for Game of Thrones. Again, spoilers throughout the entire video, so make sure you've checked out the episode first before you check out my video. Spoilers all the way through, you've been warned. Whoa, I mean, what an episode. That was a great prelude to the final finale. I mean, Christ, so much happened, and we pretty much focused with Jon and Dany and the entire team of that for this episode. We did get a couple of bits with Sansa and Arya, but that's it. No Cersei, no Jaime, none of that. That was not even shown at all in this episode. Let's just get the Sansa and Arya thing out of the way first. The little note that Arya managed to find was the one that Sansa was forced to write by the Lannisters back in Season 1 to save her father, and basically saying that, you know, and then basically Arya's blaming her for it, saying she's part of the reason that their dad's dead and all this kind of stuff. And then later on the episode, and near the end of the episode, you got Arya kind of threatening her and everything, and because Sansa finds her faceless stuff and she explains that she's a faceless person, she could change into anybody as long as she kills them, blah blah blah, and she's threatening her, and then she gives her the little dagger and she wanders off. So I don't know whether it's some kind of threat or she's just meant to scare her. I don't know how it's working, but I'm not liking the tensions between the two of them, to be honest. I thought it would be they come together here, but they're being torn apart, and it's mainly because of Littlefinger. There is like some kind of like theory type thing going around that maybe she's already killed Littlefinger, and whenever Sansa's talking to him, it's not actually him, it's Arya. I don't know, but I'm still wary about what the hell is going on here. Yeah, so we'll be on the wall. Most of it's on be on the wall for this episode, and you've got Jon, Tormund, Jorah, Hound, and Brotherhood, and Gendry, blah blah blah, all those kind of guys. They've all gone together to get hold of a white to bring it back, and they come across a couple of polar bears, like zombified polar bears, which is kind of out of the blue and out of nowhere. Thoros gets attacked a little bit, but they cauterize runes with the flame blade. That, I mean, I thought he was a goner. To be honest, there was other people, like I think like Tormund, I thought was definitely going to die in this episode, and he nearly did at one point when he almost got dragged under. But no, I mean, later on, Thoros does actually die. He dies from the cold. So yeah, they find a small gang of whites led by one White Walker, and they haven't got any choice. They have to attack it because they have to get hold of a white. So they attack them, they start taking them down, and then obviously the Valyrian Steel's able to take down the White Walkers. Jon managed to do that, and as that happens, a load of the other whites go down, the majority of them anyway, and it's basically showing that any of the White Walkers take control of a white, of a person, and make them a white, they die when they die. So that is a big game changer there, because they can really deplete the numbers quite quickly in this war if they take out the White Walkers. So that's a pretty cool thing. They get hold of a white, they tie him up, and then they realise there's more of them coming. The entire army's coming. They get chased onto this icy lake with a mound in the middle, an island in the middle. They get to there, and then the White Walkers surround them, and they kept falling through the ice. So they realise they can't actually get to them yet. So you've got a little band of heroes, and all of the whites and White Walkers around, including the Night King and his little followers at the top on their horses, just sitting there and waiting it out. Basically, they're waiting it out for this to be frozen over properly again, so they can attack them. And it's bleak. It's so bleak. Obviously, in all the commotion of this, they send Gendry back to the Eastwatch, so they can basically get a note to Daenerys to help them out, because she's going to be their only hope here. He manages to get there pretty quickly, I might add, to be honest. He gets a note to him, Daenerys gets the note. Tyrion's basically saying, I don't think it's wise for you to go, because if you die, the whole thing dies. Everything that we've accomplished, it dies if you do. And she basically says, I listened to you I did nothing last time and listened to you, and this time I'm not doing nothing. Off she goes with the 3 dragons over the wall to save Jon and the others. I liked Dany's costume as well, all like winter warmer and everything. Fuck knows where she got it from, but I quite like that. That was a really cool kind of, basically like a winter version of what she's already wearing. That was a cool kind of thing. And then they're waiting it out, and then Hound's throwing a rock at some of the whites, and then one hits the floor, and the white realises that it's frozen over. He wanders forward, then the others follow suit, and this is where it gets fucking serious. All attacking them, they get in, they're really closing off, and a couple of more, obviously extra people get killed off. They've obviously burned Thoros' body at this point. Again, Tormund, like I said, almost dies, but he survives. I really thought that was going to be it for him. They're fighting off the whites the best they can, and they're completely surrounded. You know what's coming, but it's still an amazing moment when it does. Hearing a roar, dragon fire just straight through, just burning them all out. 3 dragons just absolutely destroying them. awesome epic scene. And you've got Drogon with Dany landing right in front of them. They all start piling onto Drogon, which is an awesome thing because we've only ever seen Daenerys on a dragon, and now all these guys are piling on top of the dragon. Then you've got loads of whites attacking again, and Jon's fending them off. He's telling them to go. And just as that's happening and delaying, and she's waiting there, waiting for Jon, you've got the Night King, big spear, just throws it at a dragon, and he throws it at Viserion, I think it is, straight in, knocks him down, blood and fire everywhere, straight across the lake, and then falls into the lake. That is a dragon dead. And for what happens later on, I didn't even comprehend because I was so caught up in the moment of how epic this was and how much is happening so quickly. I couldn't comprehend what came at the end. So yeah, she takes off with the guys and leaves Jon there. He tells her to go because he can't get to her. He gets knocked into the water by whites, and they fly off back to Eastwatch. And at that point I was like, well, that's it then. Jon's gonna die, and I can't have him die. How do you get out of this? They're gone. And he comes out of the water, and there's more whites, and they're basically about to start chasing him, hunting him down, taking him out. And I'm like, I don't see how he can get out of this unless Dany comes back really quickly, but I don't see that happening anytime soon. Then out of nowhere, Benjen appears. The half White Walker bloke. He's basically Jon's his nephew. And the last time we saw him, he was saving Bran, and now he saves Jon. And literally, it's the first time Jon's seen him since season 1, realising he's actually still alive. Totally in shock, and he's got 5 seconds with him. He shoves him on the horse, and he goes, we haven't got time. He knocks him away, and off he goes. And Benjen, swinging around that massive, like, fire mace, gets taken out and just absolutely destroyed by the whites. He'll probably end up becoming a white himself, I imagine. But it's a sucky way for him to go, because he hasn't really been around. He just pops up very quickly to save Jon and die, and it's kind of a death, really. I wanted more out of that character. It's a shame, really. So Jon gets back on the horse to Eastwatch, and he's getting seen to about his wounds and everything, and how cold he is, and they're sorting him out. And then he wakes up, and Dany's there, and he's apologising profusely because of the loss of the dragon, Viserion. She's upset, and they're holding hands, and she's basically said, I will do whatever's necessary. I've seen this now. I've seen the White Walkers, and we will take out that Night King, because she's got a valid reason now, because she's pissed off at him. And then basically Jon saying, I will bend the knee if, as and when I can stand. So that moment where they're together, and you can see they're holding hands as well, and the way that they are together, I can see this relationship really blossoming here, and I love that, because we all kind of want it. As all of us in heart of hearts kind of want this so bad. And I know it's probably cliche, and I know it's probably one of the most obvious storylines, but I still want it. I don't care if it happens. I want it to happen. I want these two to get together. It would be great. And the final scene, oh god, as it was panning through, and then you see the chains. I don't know where they got those chains from. There must be a shop somewhere, I don't know, but there's I have no idea where they're getting them chains from. They are pulling, and instantly it clicks for me right there. It's like, oh my god, I know what's going to happen. Pulls out the dragon, Night King comes over, holds him, and the last thing you see is the eye opening, bright blue, and they've got a dragon. It's going to be an ice dragon, a White Walker dragon. Fuck. I mean, holy shit. I did not see this coming. I mean, when you look back at it now, it's pretty obvious in the middle of the fight that's probably going to happen, but I was so caught up in the whole emotion of it, I just didn't think. I think that's a dragon dead. But this is just a massive game changer, a big game changer. I'm so looking forward to see what happens next week, and indeed next season. Overall, guys, episode 6 was brilliant. What an episode. So much shit happened in this. Jesus Christ, it's so emotionally draining. All the things that happened you just didn't expect, and just the epicness of it. It was awesome. I can't really complain about this episode. It was brilliant. Bring on the final episode. Bring on the final season. Game of Thrones is just unstoppable. So that's what I thought of episode 6 of season 7 of Game of Thrones. What did you think about it? Let me know down in the comments, or send me an email. You can also find me on the various social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, moviepilot.com. Just type in Nerdbytes anywhere and I'm sure you'll find me. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share my videos. And of course, keep it nerdy.